Good.
Hey, this is Anarcho-Jesse, and I get my daily dose of...
It's okay. Try it again.
Yeah.
And edit it.
I'm pretty high.
I'm going to leave that. That's perfect.
Okay. Hey, I'm Anarcho-Jesse. I'm pretty high, but I love the LCL report. You should too.
Hi, this is Terran Lupo, and my birthday is coming up October 1st. Instead of sending me all the exotic gifts and bags of money you guys usually send, I'd like you to instead contribute to the Free State Project Money Bomb. On October 1st, there'll be a money bomb. And if you contribute more than $100, you get this really cool silver round. That's right. If you don't know what the Free State Project is, it's a group of liberty-minded people all moving to one area to try to reduce the size of government back down to the intended levels of life, liberty, and protection of property, or even less. Check it out at www.freestateproject.org. Well, welcome to Low Country Liberty Report. Today we're going to be talking about an activist named Jesse up in New Hampshire. Jesse's a more controversial activist. He's done all sorts of things, but recently he has been in trouble for illegally gardening. You can think that you would actually go to jail over gardening, but yes, he actually has a warrant out for him and police are looking for him. He got sentenced to 3 days in jail for illegally excavating. Now, the whole idea of this is I'm going to take you over to a clip from Dave Ridley first to explain a little background. Then I'm going to show you some interviews I did with him.
I'm going to till this land right here.
Here we are.
How you doing?
Broadcasting live.
It's going pretty good. Shut this down. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Jesse Maloney of Keene, New Hampshire, using civil disobedience to protest a city policy this spring. But now he's paying the price. At trial on July 21st, Judge Edward Burke found him guilty and sentenced him to a $120 fine. Maloney will not pay the fine, and thus is expected to spend 3 days in the Cheshire County Jail. He was charged for excavating without a permit on city land. But let's go backwards a little bit and talk about why he did this. In the spring of '09, Keene's City Council voted to dump $5,000 of taxpayer money on a food co-op study. At the same time, they were moving to seize 3 houses for back tax issues. Now, the way Maloney saw it, it was like stealing the houses in order to fund the food co-op feasibility study. So this was his way of saying, you know what, I can start my own food co-op and I don't need $5,000 of taxpayer money. During the trial, Jesse argued that state law overrode Keene's city ordinance on excavating. New Hampshire is not a home rule state. In other words, the cities only have such powers as the state provides them. But according to freekeene.com, Judge Burke said the state law was not intended to override that city ordinance.
So basically, Jesse got lost in court and sentenced to 3 days in jail because he won't pay any fines. Now, the idea when I talked to him was also a little different. It was to challenge this whole idea of public land. See, there's this fallacy that you actually own part of it because it's called public schools, public land, because they're forcing you to pay for it. They're threatening to take your house and property, and if you don't cooperate, they'll throw you in jail. If you don't resist, they'll shoot you. So they will take your property or threat to take it so you can fund these public works. Well, to show the asinine idea that, hey, it's also my property, he decided to plant a garden on public land to, again, expose the rationale behind it, besides those other issues. So I'm going to take you to some more interviews I did with him.
Actually, hey, I'm going to... Oh, yeah. This is Anarcho-Jesse, and you guys probably know him from, I have covered him in a story or two about his acts of civil disobedience. I'm a big fan. What I wanted to ask you about, though, is I'm doing a series on what was a breaking point to... Was there a certain thing that happened that you said, okay, this is it, I'm moving the Free State Project, or was it a gradual process?
It's actually kind of tough to describe the process in such dichotomous way, because when I first heard about the Free State Project, it was about 2 months before last year's Porkfest, and then my friend Darren was coming up and he said to Porkfest, and he said, "Hey, do you want to go up with me?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?" And so I went came up to the last Porkfest, and I really liked it, and I met Dale Everett, and he turned me on to Keene, which I had lived near once when I went to college in Ringe. And so then I moved to Keene about 2 months later, actually, and it was just the only reason why. I left New York. I had nothing in New York, and it was getting worse and worse having nothing, especially in such a state that's so expensive and so riddled with anti-liberty legislation. So I just kind of dropped everything and came up to Keene.
Have you any regrets moving?
Wish maybe I planned coming up to Keene a little better.
So your advice to activists maybe to actually get something in order before you just show up randomly?
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, now I actually, because some individuals are very, very kind to me, and I really appreciate what they did for me. I actually, my home is always open to people that come up and don't really have a place to stay, like for a couple weeks, rent-free. You can sleep on my couch or floor. I mean, like, the only thing is that, you kind of clean up after yourself and you try to find a job and a place to live. And we try to help people out with that, trying to find them places.
Do you find
to
that
live,
the porcupines come up and actually do that, or do you have problems with people just like mooching?
No. In fact, I can say, like, with confidence, there's only like one real mooch in the Free State Project out of several thousand people.
That's excellent.
So,
all right, thank you.
Anytime.
So, after the trial and the sentencing, Jesse basically decided not to help the cops, and they told him to show up to jail. So why make their job easier? Let them earn their money and come get him. So technically, he has a warrant out. They're looking for him still. I have no idea what's going to happen. They'll probably just wait for him to get in the court again or something. I'm going to close out here with a film I took of him burning his Social Security card as a tax protest, because we all love Social Security tax. And he did this at the Live Free or Die rally, so I'm going to close out with that. This is Terry Lupo. It's always good.
I'm here with Anarcho-Jesse, who spontaneously decided in a move out of the 60s to burn his Social Security card. Jesse, tell me why you're doing this.
well, I'm doing this because I've gone completely underground. I'm never going to work a job again where they demand that I give them my number. And that's kind of the large reason I do it. I never ever want to work for a company again or anybody again that thinks it's a good idea to comply with the federal government.
So you're willing to put up with all the inconveniences in your life that's going to happen in order to be free?
Yeah, that's right. I don't mind. In fact, I'll even read you the contents before I burn it.
Down in history, baby! Burn it!
Go ahead.
Jesse Maloney.
Go ahead.
That's right, baby. That's one more.
No more taxes.
It's worth nothing anyway.
There you go.
Terry, you want to check
How do you feel?
That's what's left of it right there.
Congratulations! Congratulations! I'm so proud of you.
So you feel liberated?
Security. What's that?
You feel any different?
Violence.
Are you more liberated?
I'd actually been past this for a real long time. So it's just doing something I hadn't caught up with yet. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you for standing up against shit that you're paying for that you'll never forget.